hate to turn the conversation from serious and inspirational to this, but have you ever trained any mules?
I know you're a mule guy, okay? Yeah, they told me about your mules, okay? Yeah, I did. So Tom Chambers had some hunting mules. He had Lorelei was 16 hands, and she was. I taught her how to spin and change leads and all that for him. So yeah, she was good. So I'm going to tell you a mule story. Okay, so in 84, 85, right in there. My next door neighbor was named Augie Bush. You guys know who he is? So he owns Budweiser, Bush Brewery, okay? So Augie comes over to my ranch, and he's got two canes like this, and he says, say Al, he said, I want to see that expensive hobby horse you got. And so I said, Augie, I'd be proud to show him to you. So I get him out, and he's got two canes, and he's riding like this. But he was a great horseman in his day, okay? So I ride him for him a little. He said, God, thanks a lot. He says, bring him over here. Let me take him for a spin. And this horse was a lot of horse, okay? And I go, Augie, I just can't do it. He goes, well, you don't think I could ride him? And I said, well, Augie, and I had to think really fast. And I said, you know what, Augie? He's a one-man horse. I've never had anybody ride him but me. And he goes, okay, I'll respect that, but I could ride him, you know. So I said, okay. So he said, Al, I tell you what I'd like you to do. I got a mule, and her name was Lorelei. That was Lorelei, was his. And he says, I'd like you to train my mule. And I said, Augie, you know what? I ride a lot of horses, but I don't ride mules, okay? I said, but my neighbor, Earl Bimpson, over here, he'll ride your mule for you. So Augie takes the mule over to Earl Bimpson, okay? He takes it over there. Earl trains it up, and he wins Bishop Mule Days, which is the big deal, you know, down there, Bishop Mule Day. He wins the all-around at Bishop Mule Days. Augie gives him $1 million. So he put it in an account for Earl to spend any way he wanted. So Earl went and bought a reining horse called the Professional in those days. And that was a horse that Bill Horn had trained that was a great horse. And then he bought a bunch of other stuff. But Earl had $1 million to spend that Al didn't have. So I get invited to Augie's 80th birthday party. So I go and I see him and I say, Augie, I said, you know, it's so good to see you, you son of a gun. You said that Earl did good on Lorelei. What the hell? You didn't tell me you were going to give him $1 million. Or I would have rode your mule. So anyway, I am totally out of the mule business for life after that. I'm so disappointed. I didn't ride Lorelei. I'm not going to ride anymore. So period. That's my mule story. Okay. So it's good. What else?
Time for two more questions.